Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So, the Quran provides the foundation and principles of Islam, but it does not always include detailed instructions for every aspect of worship. For acts of worship like the 5 daily prayers, Salat, the Quran emphasizes their importance and mentions specific times. But the detailed implementations comes from the Sunnah, the teachings and practices of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So that's why the Quran and the Sunnah are important. Reasons why the 5 daily prayers are not fully detailed in the Quran. 1. Role of the Sunnah. The Quran and Sunnah are complementary sources of guidance. While the Quran gives general principles, the Sunnah provides details. For example, the Quran commands Muslims to pray, but the Sunnah explains the exact number of prayers, their timings, and how to perform them. This division ensures that the Prophet's role as a teacher and guide is essential in understanding and practicing Islam. 2. Focus on principles, not exhaustive details. The Quran is not a manual for every specific detail of worship, but a guide for belief, ethics, and general practices. The detailed aspect of ritual like prayer, fasting, and pilgrimage are often explained in the Sunnah. This is why they're both important. 3. Gradual revelations and practice. During the early years of Islam, many aspects of worship were introduced gradually to make it easier for people to adopt the practices. The emphasis is the Quran is on establishing prayer as connection to Allah, while the specific practices developed and were taught over time. 4. Timing in Quran as framework. The Quran refers to the time of prayer, dawn, noon, evening, which serve as a framework. This framework has clarified and expanded by the Prophet Muhammad during his life. 5. Testing obedience. Part of the wisdom in not detailing every rule in the Quran is to test the believer willingness to follow the Prophet's teaching. As Allah commands in the Quran, and whatever the messenger has given you, take. And whatever he has forbidden you, refrain from it. Surah Al-Hashr 59-7. I hope that explains everything, because the Quran emphasizes prayer as a central act of worship, while the exact structure of the 5 daily prayers was established through the Prophet Muhammad's example. This division ensures that Muslims rely on both the Quran and the Sunnah, integral part of their faith and practice. Assalamu alaikum.